In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on March 31st, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Los Angeles Clippers versus Charlotte Hornets. On Sunday, the Los Angeles Clippers will be heading to Charlotte to take on the Hornets in a game that could affect their position in the playoffs. Right now, the Clippers are sitting at 46 wins and 27 losses for the season, holding on to the 4th spot in the Western Conference. As for the Hornets, they're struggling this season with 18 wins and 55 losses, placing them at 13th in the Eastern Conference and already out of playoff contention. The Clippers have been doing fairly well lately, winning 4 out of their last 6 games. They're looking to keep up the momentum with a 3rd consecutive victory, especially after narrowly defeating the Magic 100-97 in their last outing. Kawhi Leonard led the charge with an impressive 29 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists, while Ivica Zubac and Paul George also made significant contributions. Their defense was on point, holding the Magic to just 19 points in the first quarter and finishing strong to secure the win. Next up for the Clippers after this game will be the Kings. On the flip side, the Hornets are in a bit of a slump, losing 6 of their last 7 games. They're hoping to turn things around after suffering a heavy 115-97 defeat against the Warriors in their previous game. Miles Bridges led the Hornets with 22 points and 9 rebounds, but it wasn't enough to stop the onslaught from the Warriors. Their shooting percentages were disappointing, and they struggled to keep up, especially conceding a whopping 39 points in the 3rd quarter. Earlier in the season, the Hornets were relying heavily on LaMelo Ball and Terry Rozier for scoring, but both are unavailable now, with Ball injured and Rozier traded. The team also made some significant trades, including sending away veteran Gordon Hayward. Despite their efforts, the Hornets haven't been able to cover the spread in 6 of their last 7 games. The Hornets have been underdogs in many of their recent games and have failed to cover the spread in 70% of their matches this season, making them one of the worst teams in terms of covering. It's tough to support a team struggling with scoring and consistency like the Hornets are right now. On the other hand, the Clippers have been performing well, particularly on the road, and they boast a formidable lineup with stars like Leonard, George, Harden, and Westbrook. Although the Clippers haven't been at their absolute best lately, they've shown signs of improvement with 2 solid wins. Meanwhile, the Hornets continue to struggle with their 6th loss in 7 games. Despite the hefty odds, this matchup seems heavily tilted in favor of the Clippers, who can't afford to let this opportunity slip if they remain focused. The Clippers are expected to dominate both offensively and defensively against the injury-hit Hornets. While it's not ideal to bet on a heavy favorite like the Clippers, there doesn't seem to be a viable alternative. Therefore, the Los Angeles Clippers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Clippers haven't been scoring over 125 points in their recent games, but facing the Hornets might change that trend. The Hornets' defense ranks quite low in the league, sitting at 21st in scoring defense. This sets the stage for the Clippers to exploit their efficient offense, especially with players like Leonard and George leading the charge. Expect a high-scoring affair in this one, making over the projected total our full game total pick. Philadelphia 76ers versus Toronto Raptors. 2 teams from the Atlantic Division, one above the playoff line and the other below, are facing off in Canada, seeking a win. The Philadelphia 76ers are hitting the road to take on the Toronto Raptors on Sunday evening. Philadelphia had a close call in their last game against Cleveland, losing 117-114, but they managed to cover the spread as underdogs by 6.5 points. Meanwhile, Toronto suffered a crushing defeat at home against the Knicks, losing 145-101 and failing to cover as 14.5-point underdogs. Historically, the Raptors have the upper hand with a 62-48 advantage in regular season matchups, but the 76ers have won the last 6 encounters, including a 121-111 win in their most recent clash on December 22, 2023. The Philadelphia 76ers haven't been performing well lately, losing 5 of their last 6 games. games. They'll be aiming to avoid their fourth consecutive defeat after falling short against the Cavaliers with a 117-114 loss. Kyle Lowry led the team with 23 points and 6 assists, with Tobias Harris adding 21 points and Tyrese Maxey contributing 16 points and 11 assists. Despite their efforts, the 76ers shot only 44% from the field and 16 of 40 from beyond the arc, keeping pace with the Cavaliers until midway through the fourth quarter. On the flip side, the Toronto Raptors have been struggling immensely, losing 14 of their last 15 games. They desperately want to halt their 12-game losing streak after suffering a heavy defeat against the Knicks, where they lost 145-101. Grady Dick led the Raptors with 23 points. Gary Trent Jr. added 18 points and 6 assists, and Garrett Temple chipped in 15 points off the bench. Despite shooting 46% from the field and 11 of 31 from downtown, the Raptors struggled from the start, trailing 80-59 at halftime, and couldn't recover. Both teams are grappling with injuries as the regular season winds down. The 76ers are missing key players like Joel Embiid and D'Anthony Melton, while the Raptors are without Emmanuel Quickley, R.J. Barrett, and Jakob Poeltl. Although the 76ers are guaranteed a spot in the play-in tournament, the Raptors are already looking ahead to next season. Philadelphia is eager to have Embiid back before the regular season ends, as his absence has significantly impacted their performance and win-loss record. However, facing a depleted Toronto squad might work in their favor, as the Raptors are missing at least 3 starters and 2 key reserves. Despite being a road team and not at full strength, Philadelphia is favored, given Toronto's recent poor performance and injury woes. The Raptors have gone nearly a month without a win and have failed to cover in 8 of their last 10 games. With many key players sidelined and the team seemingly focused on the offseason, Toronto's chances look bleak. Their recent massive losses, including a 44-point defeat against the Knicks, indicate significant struggles. Both teams are currently in terrible slumps, making it hard to confidently pick a winner. However, considering Philadelphia's competitiveness in their recent losses and Toronto's ongoing struggles, and with the Raptors losing 12 straight games, 7 of which were by double digits, this presents an opportunity for Philadelphia to bounce back. So the Philadelphia 76ers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Philadelphia's games have tended towards the over this season, with 37 overs out of 73 games played. They maintain an average pace, ranking 18th in the league, and lead in turnovers with 11.8 per game. On the other hand, Toronto has seen 35 overs out of 73 games played this season. They rank 19th in turnovers, averaging 13.8 per game, and maintain an average pace, ranking 13th. Given the absence of key players on both sides and the recent struggles, this game is likely to be low scoring. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Miami Heat versus Washington Wizards. On Sunday, the Miami Heat are heading up the coast to face off against the Washington Wizards in D.C. The Heat are aiming to secure their spot in the playoffs in the Eastern Conference, while the Wizards are wrapping up what has been a disappointing season for them, with their eyes set on the NBA Draft Lottery. Miami Heat have been on a roll lately, winning 5 out of their last 8 games. They're looking to carry this momentum forward, especially after their impressive 142-82 victory against the Trail Blazers at home on Friday. Thomas Bryant led the charge with 26 points, 12 rebounds, and 2 blocks, supported by Terry Rozier's 22 points and 6 assists, Haywood Highsmith's 20 points, and Bam Adebayo's near triple-double performance with 21 points, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists. The team collectively shot 58% from the field and made 21 of 39 three-pointers, dominating right from the start and securing a comfortable lead of 74-40 by halftime. After this game, they'll face off against the Knicks. Meanwhile, the Washington Wizards have been struggling, losing 7 of their last 10 games. They're eager to bounce back after suffering a defeat to the Pistons with a score of 96-87 on Friday. Corey Kispert led the Wizards with 23 points, but it wasn't enough to secure a win. Denny Avdija contributed 18 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists, while Marvin Bagley added 15 points and 11 rebounds. However, their efforts fell short as they trailed behind by 59-40 in the first half. Notably, key players like Kyle Kuzma and Jordan Poole had a rough night shooting. Following this matchup, the Wizards will face the Bucks and the Lakers. The Heat are still facing some challenges with Tyler Herro and Caleb Martin sidelined due to injury. Similarly, the Wizards are keeping an eye on the availability of Richaun Holmes and Kyle Kuzma for this game. Considering their recent performances, Miami might not replicate their exceptional display against Portland, especially without key shooters like Herro and Robinson. On the other hand, the Wizards, despite their struggles are unlikely to have their top players shooting as poorly as they did in their last game. With players like Avdija and Kispert showing signs of improvement, the Wizards might put up a stronger fight than anticipated. While it's tempting to bet against the struggling Wizards, the Heat have a history of underperforming against weaker opponents. Despite their recent blowout win, facing the Wizards might prove challenging, especially with the Knicks looming ahead. This game could turn out to be closer than expected, with the Wizards showcasing their talent and putting up a fight on their home turf. Therefore, considering the circumstances, the Washington Wizards to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. This matchup presents a clash of styles, with the Wizards favoring a fast-paced game while the Heat prefer a slower tempo. Although recent trends don't strongly favor either team, the Heat's superior defense and slower pace give them an edge. With the Wizards struggling offensively and facing the possibility of missing key scorers, it's unlikely they'll be able to keep up in a high-scoring game. Expect the Heat to dictate the pace and control the game defensively, resulting in a lower scoring affair. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.